Oh, I'm standing in your light.
What does that mean?
Not now.
All right.
Hey.
So, hey Adam, how are you?
Hey Joe.
Welcome to this
Feeling all right?
impromptu episode of Scary But Not That Scary, where we just went and saw TRON Ares.
Yes. TRON Ares.
Nick, you're gonna have to
deal with
the lights. You can comment on it, but just get over it. Go out with someone else.
So, real quick, I'm going to start off by saying this. I think that we're probably both in agreement that everyone should go see this movie.
Yeah.
Louder the better.
Oh, if you could see it in Dolby Theater.
The Atmos.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
It was, like, even for me, it was uncomfortably loud sometimes. And it literally, the seats shake. And it, hit, your head. And, it was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean...
So, I think since we both think people should see it, I think we should try to avoid spoilers for a couple minutes.
I mean...
And just kind of give a review, and then we can get into spoilers.
That's fine with me, because there's...
Because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I do think there are a couple of things we need to say other than just, go see it.
Well, it's funny because there's not really a plot.
But I want to talk about a couple of specific shots, and I don't want to ruin those for people if they don't want them ruined. So I would say, you know a few things about this movie probably already, which it's the sequel to Legacy.
Well, started off obviously the original Tron from 1980. 80
there.
Fill in the blank. We could look it up.
I gotta look it up now. It's 80. Continue talking. I will say the year in a second.
So obviously that is a classic, and it
came out in 2025.
Close.
Oh wait, that's the one we just saw.
We just saw, I think.
1982, which is what I thought.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally them creating computers to make these graphics.
I was one, so I didn't see it in the theater.
I was
Did
two,
you?
so I didn't see it in the theater either.
Yeah.
I'm a lot older than you.
Yes.
But then they came out with Tron Legacy in
Please hold. I literally just looked at it. I want to say...
I think it's 2002 or 2003.
No, it's not that old. It's 2010.
Oh, gosh. Whoops, I was way off.
But I actually thought it was later than that. I would have guessed 2015.
Really?
Yeah. Just because this is 2025. That means that was 15 years ago. It certainly doesn't feel like that.
I know. I can't. I always forget.
My bones.
I know. Yeah, both of our bones.
It hurts.
All of our bones just broke.
But yeah, so you probably know a couple of things just the way the Legacy looked, with a lot of the neon piping outline. Legacy was very blue. This one is very red.
Yeah.
Daft Punk did the phenomenal score for the last one. This time it was 9 Inch Nails.
Phenomenal.
And we can argue about this if you want, but I think this one was way better.
There is no argument. I'm sorry, Daft Punk, but I kind of wish you would have been in it at one point, or joined them at some point somehow. Yeah. But holy cow, it was straight up 9 Inch Nails soundtrack. Well, it was great.
Yeah, it's got that motif that is in the single, and it's just this movie 1,000 different ways. It's off key in a couple of spots.
That'll be the one spoiler, is that the one song that's been playing it's the song during the credits, which I was extremely fine with. Yeah. I actually forgot until it started playing. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot this song still.
But yeah, so all of that was really good. I think there was just generally more action in this one than in Legacy.
Yes.
And just a ton of cool visuals and a ton of thoughts about what stuff from the grid, what other things you can do with that technology, and then also what it's like when it gets to the real world, which I don't think is a spoiler. They talk about that in the trailer.
Well, that's what I think was so cool about this one, and that's I'm a sucker for movies that are either super super fantasy or super gore, or what I Things in the city.
Heightened.
Things in the cities. You know, like when the T-Rex comes to town and it's walking through the town, and I'm like, oh, wow. Not in this movie, sorry.
You know that old trope when the T-Rex comes to town?
No. You know, I think that's part 2 of Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so when this comes into the real world, you're just like, oh, and also, so Weta Workshop did a ton of the effects, and
no spoilers yet.
No. I'm pretty sure a huge chunk of the things were created that were real.
Yeah.
And this is not a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but those light cycles, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I know for a fact that the old ones were real. Like they built ones that could actually drive.
Right.
And the way these were moving throughout, like the city, and sometimes some like right when they take off, you can see it was a little sketchy. And I'm pretty sure they did a ton of riding.
Yeah. And
so riding real light cycles, of course, was really cool. Right. Even whenever they're in like the flying suits, like whenever it comes to land, you can see that it's probably one of those things where they like just click it down so that it looks like it moved, but you can see like whoop, 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 that little wobble that no one would animate.
Right.
And it just made me so happy to see that it felt like there was so many real props and so many like even in the grid it looked like they built scenes.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because I know what you're getting at, which is I feel like you can tell this a bit in Legacy because everything is on the grid. So it all has that like
it all just feels like it's green screen.
Yeah. And this one, it's like whether it was practical or just a really quality version of some CG.
Yeah.
It was done appropriately. Like it felt like it. I'll hold for you to move that in case there's horrifying stuff.
Well, I just talked to you about that last time.
Yeah.
I'm turned this way slightly, and my microphone's like over here.
And now you're blowing everybody's speakers out. But yeah, I just feel like the effects, whether they were practical or not, there's definitely more practical in that than you think there is.
Oh, you mean in the first one?
No,
I mean
in this
Legacy?
No, I'm saying in this one.
Yeah.
More practical than you think. And then also just like flawlessly, like just seamless CG.
I mean, yeah. When and if there are parts, well, obviously there is parts where it's CG, but it's, like you said, it is on point, seamless.
Right.
And I think there is a little bit of this, and this is probably where you're going with it, but maybe not.
Yep.
I think there's a lot of it that is the fact that the CG that needs to be done is on the suited characters that aren't really realistic anyway. So your, what is that, the Uncanny Valley thing isn't happening anyway because it's already weird looking, which... I will complain that Jared Leto's suit looked like he was not comfortable.
Yeah.
Like he looked, it was like really bulky.
It looked like they thought he was just going to stand like normal.
Yeah.
And then they built the suit to look like he had his chest out.
Yeah.
But then I think he was standing there with his chest out, so it was like...
Yes.
It looked like he was like this.
Yes. I'm so glad you thought that, because that was exactly what I was thinking. I was like, especially... Yeah. Well, I can't say it. Never mind.
But yeah, I'll say the other thing before we get into spoilers was something. I think this was directed amazingly. There's just some transitions between different shots where it's just...
Who directed this movie?
I don't even know. And we should look it up in a second. But yeah, I mean, it was just phenomenal. The other thing I'll say, that's what I was going to say, is about the soundtrack, is... if you don't know who Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross are, Trent is from 9 Inch Nails, and so is Atticus. He's now officially the other guy in 9 Inch Nails, even though it was just Trent for a long time. But they've been doing soundtracks together for a while. And the first one that I really paid attention to was The Social Network, which is about how Facebook was created. So it's just nerds arguing about like IP litigation, whatever else.
Yeah.
But that movie has a really weird, exciting pace to it. even though it's just a drama, but it is because the score like really grabs a hold of you and like moves you through the scenes.
I only saw that once, so I didn't really, my brain didn't even pay attention to it, but
that happens so much in this movie.
Oh yeah.
There were so many times where I was just watching it and thinking, if you had a different score with somebody else who had lowered the score and paid more attention to the dialogue and created more space, it would have been a worse movie.
I'm going to go into a semi-spoiler. The scene where they're on the jet ski.
Semi-spoilers.
The scene when they're on the jet ski. Uh-huh. I was thinking that more than once during that scene.
Yeah.
And I was like, if this would have been some like 90s movie, it would have been like, dig through the ditches, burn through the witches. Like,
Dutch angle.
Yeah, it would have been, you know what I mean? Like, it would have been such a, like,
well,
it would have pulled you out of it. And even the Trent Reznor song that's in it, it's just,
I was going to say,
so appropriate and it's so cool. I'm still not 100% sure what the dialogue was during that scene because I couldn't.
There was dialogue in this movie?
Sometimes I couldn't hear it.
There is the... Is it I Know You Can Feel It? Is that the other one that has...
I don't know, but he was actually singing during it. I'm going
to tap this and we're going to get DCMA'd. I think it was I Know You Can Feel It, but it plays that song and then they're flying on that. This is fully spoilers now. Fully spoilers. When they're on that jet ski, like that whole scene, like with it throwing that rooster tail.
Yeah.
That is just catching all the light and then those things are leaving the trails coming after them. That just felt like a music video for that song.
Yep.
And the entire time I was just like, this is what we didn't get in the last movie.
Yeah.
Where I get it's kind of like from the first Tron where they're just on the grid, so everything is like gridded out and repeating. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't care that you keep showing me the same structures going by in the back. It's just cool to watch them move so much through this city with everything piped out and gridded and neon and everything.
And there was so many creative camera angles and they were going underwater.
Okay, so
which was weird sometimes because I'm like,
yeah. Well, in Legacy, they have the light cycles.
The water thing makes sense because that's like the cooling for the computers and stuff. But like, it just seemed like when they're going underwater or whatever, like it just didn't feel very like she's supposed to be like human, but I guess she's not. I don't know. I didn't understand that. It was a little bit weird.
She's digital at that point.
It was a little bit weird.
She's digital at that point, which I might be making this up, but I think in one of those moments when they go underwater, she, looks concerned and then is like, oh, I don't need to be.
Yeah. Can you freeze frame? Unfreeze frame. So we're going to move into that. This was the...
You probably noticed this when it was a third of the screen for 10 minutes.
I'll let Adam unwrap that one.
This is the top to...
because I can't resist the popcorn bucket and...
this is the top to a Ninja Foodie.
Oh my god. So this was the Tron popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I mean, it's got little light cycles on it, and it has like the grid, and like there's two of them, so it's like a little like maze or something. It probably lights up because it does light up because there's like a warning thing on it. So
yeah. This also takes batteries.
Oh, here it is. Look. Boop.
Yep, we're gonna have to look at this.
Cool. Mine is broken already, so
it's not broken. It just doesn't have batteries.
There it
goes. Hey, look
at that.
Hey,
look, it kind of lights up.
That's nice.
Oh, that's real nice. It says Tron.
Yeah, Joe, you have to. We're doing this. I'm pulling this tab.
Yeah. Pull it out.
All right, pull that tab, and then I think whenever you pull the straw up.
Oh, that's cool.
But it didn't. There it is.
I gotta turn mine back on. Dude.
There we go. So there's your cup and your popcorn bucket.
Man, that's cool.
So now let's try to get them in the shot.
Good job on that. I doubt those are in there. I don't want to leave it on. It's going to kill the battery.
All right, fine.
Actually, that's why I walked back there, was to see if the battery was going to die.
Here, I'm going to put this. Hey, that's got a little light cycle guy on it?
Yeah, there's two of them. There's one on the other side.
Do they magnet to it or stick into the grooves or something?
They stick into the grooves.
So you can actually slide them around on there?
That's how Stella got her groove back.
Oh, that's cute.
I know.
So cute.
Oh my God, that's so cute. Look, he goes around and he drives this motorcycle around. It's so cute. Do we want to get to the very surprisingly spoiler for me?
Yeah.
Or not spoiler, but very exciting part, which I'm pretty sure you're gonna, you know what I'm talking about.
No, not yet.
Oh, Light Cycles.
Light Cycle.
Part 2, 1980.
Oh, yeah. Whenever he goes into Flynn's grid and it's in, like, it's all, like, it's even color keyed and everything to look like the shitty 80s one.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I was so excited about.
The amazing 81.
Yeah.
80s one that had to look shitty.
I didn't think that Jeff Bridges had to be, like, transparenty.
Yeah.
I was like, you just be like exactly like him. Like, why are you like a Obi-Wan ghost?
Yeah.
And I was a little upset that he wasn't in it as much.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to something different.
Yeah, go for it.
You know, in Legacy, whenever they're riding the light cycles or whatever, they're leaving those like glass walls behind them. Mm-hmm. So in this one, they had those. They have the like stabs that they're fighting with.
Mm-hmm. They're batons.
Got the thing on them. And whenever it's leaving a trail, and having seen a little bit of that in the trailer or whatever, I was like, oh, that's cool, they're leaving trails. I didn't even think about the fact that there would be those glass trails, and in that first, like, the credits are rolling at the beginning, and he swirls around with that one, and then jumps up and jumps off of the trail it left to attack that guy. And then he takes those two and makes that cross over his head and then flips that guy up and he falls on it and busts. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is what we're doing? It's just going to be awesome out of the jump.
Yeah. And it was
the first 14 seconds, it's like nothing but 9-inch nails and them fighting it out on the grid.
He's training.
Yeah.
So the guy is
Ares.
Training. No, the guy outside.
Yes.
The guy typing and programming it is programming Ares to become a fighter. And then his mom, Gillian Anderson, babe, swing. Oh, she's so great.
Calm down.
I can't. She's just great. Everything she's in.
Garth, take your pills.
Garth, your pills?
Yeah, I think...
Sorry, so he was training, and that guy...
Yeah.
And that guy is in everything. I don't even remember his name.
Yeah, he looks like... They cast him because people think he looks like Cillian Murphy.
Who's Cillian Murphy?
You know who.
It's Silly Murphy.
Yeah, I'm also saying it wrong because
maybe I'll put a picture of him on screen.
Yeah.
You know what's a little bit interesting or weird is what... Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. It does look like that. Scarecrow from Batman.
Yep.
And from 28 Days Later.
Yep. The guy who wants to take over his dad's company in Inception. He's
in Tron Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you actually remembered that or not.
And that's why, they got this guy that looks like... Yeah. But so this is the stuff that the soundtrack and the visuals during part of it just melted my brain.
Yes.
So I don't remember what that character's name is.
I don't remember.
I don't remember the name of the other company that is trying to beat them to market.
Econ. I know one of the logos look like
Incom
a font.
Is
Incom.
That's the Tron one.
Yeah.
But then there's it's the guy's last name. But anyway.
Petey.
So he's trying to... He starts off, he's on the keyboard, and he's basically... I mean, it's very weird because...
A computer keyboard, he's not playing music.
Well, I was just going to say, though, it's weird that, during Legacy, that was 15 years ago, like we just talked about, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even think of any of this stuff. And then I was wondering, whenever they actually did the effects for this, or wrote that script, were they thinking about, how much that was going to look like working with an AI tool? Because he's literally typing prompts to it to make it better. Oh. And then when it finally crosses that threshold, he's like, you're ready to be the master controller.
Yeah. I actually wasn't looking at it that way, but yeah, that makes sense.
Spending too much time programming with an AI assistant right now, I can tell you that it's very much like the conversation he was having with it.
With Ares.
So I'd be interested to know when they finalized what that back and forth was going to be like, and if that was, 2 years ago whenever they first were putting all this together, or if it's, had that refresh because they were like, oh, we should make it more like ChatGPT.
Well,
but anyway.
I see what you're saying, but also at the same time, I mean, you have a number of movies that have where you're typing and it's talking. I mean, War Games.
Yeah.
Is that same thing.
And that's what I mean is it would be funny to me to know that it was coincidental and they weren't planning it because but so that part happened. So immediately he tells Ares that he's like the master controller now for the entire grid that they're on for this other company. And then he says some things that Ares doesn't like about him being expendable, and they're trying to sell them as military technology in the real world. So he's just like, yeah, and if he dies, I'll just print you a new one. Who cares? And Ares is like, I fucking care.
So I think I had to go to the bathroom multiple times, of course. What a surprise. And I think that was one of the times that I went was basically... I really Joe'd that one out.
Joe's like, oh, the entire plot's about to happen. Better leave the room. It literally
happened while I was gone. Like, all of a sudden, it's Ares being programmed, and I come back, and Ares is like, boy, oh boy, I wish I was a real boy out in the real world. I can get a code to get it to be real. I'm like, what? What's happening? Why does he care? Why does he have feelings?
Yeah. But
so
that's
I was a little confused by...
That's about all the story that
really
I remember.
Rushed.
That's about all the story I remember, because then after that, it just starts mixing up story segments with action beats.
Yep.
And when it's slow, when it is quote-unquote slow, the soundtrack just kicks up and puts emotion into it and starts moving you between the different shots, and you're like, all of this feels so kinetic.
I, at one point, and this sounds probably silly, but I felt like the whole movie was the third act. Mm-hmm. Because it all happened in conjunction and like almost all in the same day.
But it's weird though, because whenever like it felt like it was ending, I was like, already? And then I thought back and I was like, oh yeah, like half of this movie has been the third act. I was like, I expected it to like go to something else.
Yep.
But now that I think about it, we have been sitting here like 4 hours.
Yeah. The only thing that kind of it was a nice contrast when they were on the jet ski and then they came into the real life and she grabbed that stupid Sprinter van.
Yes.
But she was driving it like it was a NASCAR. But those shots were amazing.
I know.
Like they were like doing those pans where like it goes behind the car and stuff, and then
they say they're running out of time.
He's calculating the time. Which is funny.
And she's like, "Are we going to make it?" And he's like, "In this suboptimal vehicle." Traveling these roads at these speeds, I mean,
so there was a lot of like cool car racing too. I mean, not car chases per se, but it was a lot of cool
whenever
there was a lot of cool driving scenes, so that made me happy.
When you were saying that about the bikes, I was thinking there's that part where they go up on the highway, and I looked at you and looked at the screen because I was like, the shot at the time. The bikes were coming a little bit too smooth. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's CG. Mm-hmm. And then it went to the next shot. And I was like, no, I think... Because I was thinking, are these real bikes?
Yeah.
And then it goes to that CG shot for a second. Then it comes back and I'm like, oh no, that was CG and these aren't.
Yeah.
And then I had a moment where I was like, I don't think we've seen like a motorcycle thing that just like went for it outside of like a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
But I was like...
like even her motorcycle was cool.
But I was like, the way that this is like...
Yeah,
they
guys.
are kind of...
Yeah, guys. They got light cycles.
But I was thinking the kind of like superpowers that they have at the moment, where it's not just grounded in the real world. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh shit, this is immediately reminding me of The Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah.
Whenever there's that...
This one wasn't disappointing.
Where's that...
Sorry, Keanu.
Where's that? There's the highway chase.
That is...
And I was like, I wonder if this is going to be...
I literally was talking
cool
to somebody today and about that exact scene, because The twins in that movie are so cool, and that highway chase sequence is so cool. And if they could have done that, like they just did for Tron, I'd have been like, oh, this is great.
So I watched Tron Legacy last night, and what I thought was,
this is awesome.
I thought, I like the aesthetic. This is cool. I like the soundtrack. But I legitimately thought, I want this to have more of the pace.
That was not a light cycle. It was just a regular car.
It was a regular car. I wanted it to have the pace and like more of the action of like Ready Player One. And I was like, I want this, but like amped up to that level of like that giant battle that they have in there and like the road race, and then like that introduction to the whatever the name of the world is that they're in Ready Player One. Eden, isn't it?
The Oasis.
Yes, the Oasis. Just like that whole introduction video that shows all that really cool stuff of all these places you can go or whatever else. I was like, I want that kind of energy in a Tron movie. And then we came to see this one, and the entire time is just like, I don't know. It kind of felt like one long shot in several of those sequences.
I think I can hear the other movie playing in there. It's so loud. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, it
was a lot better than I thought it was. I also, that was the one thing, sorry, real quick. That was the one thing that bothered me also was that he made the guy, he made Ares. And he's like, you know what I want? I want him to have slick back long hair and a beard. This isn't slick back, this is push back. I think you should leave references. But I was just like,
yeah.
I wish, I actually think it would have been better if their roles were reversed. Like the guy, that was doing all the typing and with his, because I'm like, well, if he puts his helmet on, his hair's going to get caught in there. That's going to suck for him. And his beard's like sticking out of the bottom of the mask. And I'm like, ugh, that's kind of gross looking.
But then he ends up not wearing the mask for 90% of the movie anyway.
Right, and I was thinking, I bet you anything at the beginning, whenever they're doing those close-ups, I bet you that either he doesn't have a helmet on at all, or there's no glass, and that's all animated, I bet.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the Corridor crew of this, if they do one. You guys should do one.
A thing. Because
they're watching our show.
Couple of things. The review that before we walked in, you were like, I don't want any spoilers, don't tell me the review. What I was going to say is I read a review that basically said the soundtrack is as awesome as you would hope. The visuals are even like cranked up a couple notches from the previous one. And that there's no story to speak of, but that basically doesn't matter because it's such an experience.
Yeah.
And also, no matter what you think about Jared Leto, he doesn't ruin this movie by being in it.
This is true. He's very Jerry Leto.
Yes.
Jerry Picuno Joaquines.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing that ruined it for me was literally the dialogue and the script it sounded like it was ChatGPT.
Ruined it for you?
It didn't ruin it, but like it would have been so much better if they would have just not had. She was like, at one point, she's just like, I got to get down there because I got to get that laser so I can fix all the problems. Like she almost said that like verbatim. And I'm like.
She was like, in case you've only been listening to that soundtrack for the last 40 minutes.
Yeah, let me repeat again.
Let me recap 3 things. Explain what the guffin is and tell you why I'm going out of this room.
Right.
But it was funny because I think it didn't bother me. I felt like it was somewhere.
I was trying to not let it bother me.
Well, it was somewhere between, they've written this like they're robots. It was somewhere between that and this is just badly written dialogue. And then I was like, ooh, I like this part of the score. And then I stopped thinking about it.
Well, and I'm not saying like Tron Legacy is any kind of masterpiece of writing, but
actually, you started off this video by saying Tron Legacy is a masterpiece.
Yeah, I'm probably right. I told Adam that Tron Legacy is my Jurassic World, since he loves Jurassic World so much and I don't like it. but you do like Tron Legacy. I think
it's all right.
I think more so with
not enough
Tron
dinosaurs.
Legacy, there's not any, which is really upsetting. There's none in this either, which is so dumb. Sam Flynn in the first one, he's not fantastic.
Yeah.
But Olivia Wilde, who's the girl?
Yeah.
She's
13
great.
from House.
And then obviously Jeff Bridges is in it so many times, and he just carries the movie. Like he's just so natural, and like the way he talks and stuff. And I feel like he was very unutilized. He's so dude in every movie he's in. He's just the dude. So
that's what I'm laughing at. Is they even wrote? I don't know if the dialogue. I was like, did they write that like that because they know it's Jeff Bridges, or did he improvise that because Ares at one point tells him that he's having feelings, and he's like,
yeah, man.
He's like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right, man.
Yeah.
And I heard it in my head before he said it. I was like, and then when he did say, I was like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, it was nice to see Jeff Bridges in there.
He's good. He's always good, though.
There's still something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, so one of the things that they could do to get into the real world is essentially use lasers that are a gigantic 3D printer. And what was awesome about that is if you don't 3D print, whenever you have any overhangs or things where it can't print because of gravity, you have to like let it print this little like scaffolding around it to hold it up. Mm-hmm. And in this movie, when they're 3D printing stuff with lasers, it's putting scaffolding around it, and it's way too much. But the effect that it has is that it hides whatever they just printed until they walk up to get into it. It's
very realistic.
And then it just crumbles and reveals the thing. And every time it happened, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's cool. Because like when they did the light cycle one, I was like, because he walks up to it and he's like, I'm like, well, how the fuck is he going to get in this thing? And he literally just reaches over and like there's a panel that's exposed. So he turns the bike on and then like basically shakes, and then all of the shit just comes off of it and it exposes the light cycle, and you're like,
yeah, basically it kind of cracks open.
It's so cool.
And then whenever he leans in like he's trying to get to it, it just kind of like grabs him.
Yeah.
And then
it's really neat.
Yeah, and then whenever they print that recognizer, and that thing is flying through the city.
Oh my God.
And especially when it crashes into that building, it
looks so real.
I was paying attention to it though. It starts bumping. It's got that like the wobble of the engine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that keeps kind of overtaking the soundtrack.
Well, and it's vibrating your head and your body.
And then I started noticing when they were turning the soundtrack down a little bit to make it sound louder. And then, so I was already paying attention to that, so I really noticed it whenever that slowed down and it crashed into that building, because the score cuts out. And it's just the loudest thing smashing into building and windows shattering and just shit falling apart you've ever heard.
Yeah, I feel like she kind of chose poorly, though, as far as
good God.
A device to go get her.
Yeah.
It was kind of like she went and got an AT-AT walker and tried to walk it through the city. You're like, what?
Yeah, she's like, what's the biggest, most cumbersome thing?
Yeah, exactly. Trying to chase a woman that's essentially this big as she's running through the city. And it even shows the thing like going, and she's running the other way and the thing's going that way. But even when she's driving it, it looks like the thing is like shaking and moving, like the screen she's looking at. Like it looks like a set that they built, which was really cool.
I know they played it up because they were doing the both worlds thing in this movie. But you really had that sense that when anybody was in a grid anywhere, everything was super smooth and like driving in a straight line, no shake, no whatever. And then as soon as they're in the real world, everything is bouncing around and like,
you're right.
Like you said, she's standing in that thing driving it like this and it's like shaking her around. But whenever they're inside and he's got it, it's literally just like, you know, it looks like Paul Blart Mall Cop. He's just segueing in on the thing.
Yeah, that woman, she was actually really good. She was a really good actress. I hope that I haven't seen her in anything, and I hope she's in more stuff. She was really good. I like that they digitized her voice. Yeah, that was kind of cool.
I will say
that reminded me of the old one also, but I don't know why Jared Leto's voice wasn't digitized.
Yeah, I don't.
That was confusing.
Why is he in this movie or any movie at this point? But
well, I also, anyway, I think we should probably
dodging that
be done.
I want to say one more thing, which is that it was initially distracting, and then I totally was fine with Hasan Minhaj being in this movie.
Why was it distracting?
Because he has a way of delivering things that he did on The Daily Show and that he does on his own podcast and everything.
Oh.
Where it was doing, the first couple scenes, it was doing that thing where it was like, this is the world of Tron, and they're in a thing, and that's Hasan Minhaj. And then, like, 3 scenes into it, like, he started to... The writing was better, so he was more believable as the character, and I think he ended up doing a great job.
Yeah, he was great, yeah. And the Asian woman, she was really good also.
I
mean, yeah, they were, and then, and the guy from, the Latino guy, he's from,
I don't know who this
he's
is.
From, he was in Broad City.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
He was really good in it. He was the
Yes.
slight comic relief, and he did a good job because
Yeah.
it wasn't too cheesy or anything. Like, it was really, they actually played it really well. So
I was afraid that it was going to drift off the rails.
So
this
did I.
Completely a spoiler, but
Oh, I thought you meant with that guy.
no,
I thought
no,
they
no.
were gonna
No,
play
that's
him
what I'm
up.
saying.
Oh,
It's
okay.
completely a spoiler of a joke in the movie, but I thought he was going to be too comical.
Yeah.
Because they get to that research station, and it got me. But I was like, "That's your one. If he does this like 18 times, I'm out." But he walks up to the microwave and he goes, "Ooh, I could do breakfast burritos in here." I was like, "Why? Why? You're at a research station in the middle of nowhere,
Right.
trying to find the secret to unlock all this stuff."
I guess that's what they were doing.
Well, while you were
know.
peeing later,
Oh.
spoiling another joke now. Killdeer is out. Every time we're out here, they scream at us.
I think they're saying hi.
The other piece of dialogue that you missed was his other joke, where he's trying to get her attention while she's just going through floppy disks, and like she's super intent, and he just keeps saying stuff, and she won't pay attention, and he's sitting there, and he's like, I've had like 75 of these breakfast burritos, and I don't think I'm ever getting sick of them.
Did you really say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was
that's
like,
kinda
"There's
funny.
that. All right." I was like,
That's,
"Okay."
they're like, that's the funny.
That's a part 2. That's a fully a callback.
Yeah.
And then there was nothing else obnoxious like that. So
Yeah, he did a good job. I thought they did.
this movie was mostly
it was way
action.
better than I thought it would be.
It was mostly action. The fight choreography is actually really cool.
It is really good. That's a good point. That's a good thing to bring up. They did a great job.
I noted a couple of times, and I know this is like super subtle thing, but I noted in the fight choreography how many times, because they're doing the Tron fighting, so they're trying to hit each other with the discs.
Doing the Tron.
They're trying to hit each other with the discs or whatever, and whenever they do, they shatter into a billion bits.
Yeah.
And I was noticing in the choreography, especially when at the beginning scene, when he's being attacked by like 5 or 6 people at once, how many times he's like shattering somebody, but then the choreography still moves through that space.
Yeah.
So it's not like he interacted with somebody in the scene and then they're just like standing there and then they're painting them out in the CG. Like people are like run into that space and like you still get this sense that like he's getting attacked from all sides.
Yeah, they look like little minions that were like coming, just kept coming, and he was beating them and fighting them. But
yeah, so
you think that everybody should see this movie?
I think people should see this movie because then whenever they're like, "Oh yeah, that soundtrack was really good, no special effects are pretty cool," they'll know what you think every time you watch Legacy.
Yeah.
So, hold for truck.
And then he's got to go around because
we're clear.
He went the wrong way.
Yep.
That's okay. This parking lot's really weird and confusing.
He chased off those killdeer who are now just in the trees screaming about it.
Yeah, they're mad. They're mad. Mad birds.
I told you this last time. We don't want your nest.
But if you have any eggs, I need breakfast.
I mean, the part of this is like, yeah, let's draw them away from our nest. And the other part is like, we wouldn't even know you were here if you'd shut up.
Right.
You're broadcasting there's a nest nearby.
Also, now there's like...
Hold for truck.
Now there's...
And we're clear.
Now there's probably like a different bird or a frog trying to eat your eggs. All right, we've gotten way off track. So...
We have.
I have to get up early.
10 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh, it is
10 minutes ago.
Wow. It's 12:05.
Yeah, but
12:05 at night. It's tomorrow.
Whenever we thought, oh, we're going to go see TRON Ares, this is what I was hoping we would see.
Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised. So if you don't watch it on your phone,
like I said at the beginning,
I don't think you would like it as much. Go to a big giant theater and see it. It's definitely worth it. Like, I mean, beyond anything.
Go, if you've been to a theater before where you're like, I don't like that one because it's too loud, take earplugs and go. Because you
definitely don't have to worry about anybody talking because you can't hear anything because it's so fucking loud.
It is great. It is a visceral experience, and it is very cool.
I'm gonna see it again if it stays in the Dolby for a while.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us on another parking lot edition of Scary. It wasn't that scary.
Yeah, and sorry for the half the video that you stared at the bucket.
We don't know what we're doing. Who gives a shit? Oops. Green jacket, gold jacket. Who gives a shit? All right.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Adams did have a beard.
Bye.
Bye.